Roblox announced that the oof sound effect is back, but that's not exactly true. So Roblox has been using the Roblox announced that the oof sound effect is back, but that's not exactly true. So Roblox has been using the oof sound effect since its launch in 2005, but it was replaced in 2019 because it was actually a stolen sound effect. It was taken from a game called Messiah, and this is the clip that it was taken from. It sounds edited in, and the creator of the sound effect didn't notice all the way up until 2019. The creator of the sound effect asked Roblox to pay him for the licensing fees, but unfortunately Roblox refused to pay and they just removed the sound effect altogether. But apparently they got to some sort of deal because it's finally back. Except that it's back on the creator marketplace and not as the official death sound effect. This means that creators of games can add sound effect, but it's not the default one. This means that you can only pray that your favorite games are going to use this sound effect. And any old and unmaintained games are not going to use the sound effect because it's not the default and the creators don't really care to update it. I wonder what kind of under the table deal was done to bring the sound effect back, because back in 2020, they weren't even willing to pay him a few $1,000s for the sound effect. So anyways, let me know what you think about the oof sound effect being back. Sort of.
Without a doubt, he's the king.
You want the picture? Let me post it. Here's how you make my. But we do know. όρεξη για πίτσα. Παράγγειλε πίτσα.
Τώρα που το ξανασκέφτομαι...
This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Crazy Frog. In the 2000s, you weren't cool unless you had a ringtone. Crazy Frog blew up and completely dominated the world. It had #1 records, video games, merchandise, and the company that made it ended up making roughly $500 million. And then the world realised that they'd scammed everyone. People were pissed, and basically, Crazy Frog just completely died. Today, we will tell the insane story of the Crazy Frog.
Right now, there are almost 500 million cell phone subscribers on the planet. Within 2 years, that could double to 1 billion.
To set the scene, we need to look at what phone culture was like in the 2000s. Your phone was this novelty, shiny gadget that basically did nothing. Sure, you could text your mum, I'm not coming home tonight, I'm staying around Bobby's, and there ain't nothing you can do, mum. But it was very different. Unlike now where you wake up and it's like a life support machine by the side of your bed. But you see, there was one thing you could do on a phone that people don't really do today, and that was having a cool ringtone. Ringtones were like calling signals of different people. You know, if Seven Nation Army by White Stripes was playing, you knew that Barry was in town. It was like having your own theme song. It was your personal brand. In fact, there was a survey done in 2005 by Tesco Mobile, where they claimed that 21% of customers considered people who had default ringtones as uncool. And there is nothing worse than being uncool. And so there were different genres of ringtones. Yeah, you could have music, polyphonic versions of songs. But if you were a true maverick, you know, a quirky guy, you might have a funny ringtone. And so as the internet was also coincided this sort of era in the early 2000s, memes were starting to pop up. Viral clips, funny, goofy gags. Back then, there was pretty much one genre, and that was an animated character repeating a word constantly. You had such bangers as Badger, 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 Peanut Butter Jelly Time, The Hamster Dance, but these were merely cannon fodder for the hero who was to come, and that was the Crazy Frog. The year was 1997. A young Swedish bruh called Daniel Molmedal was one day goofing around with his other Swedish bros eating IKEA meatballs and making funny noises. You see, Daniel had a gift. Daniel could replicate the sound of a two-stroke engine with nothing but his mouth. And so, sheepishly, Daniel suggested him maybe performing the sound in front of his friends. His friends rallied behind him. Go on, Daniel. Hey, Daniel, bro, you can do it. And so, Daniel made the sound.
Ding 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 bam dom dom bam 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 bam.
Uncontrollable fits of laughter consumed the boys as they heard Daniel perform. Daniel, bro, that was amazing. You know what? I think this should go global. What do you mean? Global? Yes, Daniel. We need to record this.
And he recorded himself doing this ring ding 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 bing bing sound, and he sent this sound file to a few of his friends just for fun.
This sound was saved under the file of 2tactear.mp3. This file would spread around the internet via various forums, email chains, and a website called the Insanity Test. And so this really became one of the first internet memes. Back then they weren't even called that, and basically it would just be this weird guy at the office who sent around email chains. Wait, I've got a new one. You won't believe it. Right? It's a geezer who can do a sound to two-stroke engine. Fucking hell, Barry. Where do you get this stuff from, mate? Just check it out. Don't worry about it. And so this thing would spread around the internet, people would love it, but at the end of the day, it was an MP3 file. It wasn't going to change the world, and it seemingly hit the roof of its success. That was until one man found it. Eric Vernquist. Before we go any further with this video, I want to give a massive shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring. Squarespace is the ultimate platform for building your own website. Building a website can sound pretty intimidating. It can also cost a lot of money if you go to a professional, but lucky for you, Squarespace has you covered. Their platform's quick and easy to use, with tons of built-in templates that you can customize to fit your brand exactly. On top of that, there are loads of built-in tools like email marketing, e-commerce, members-only content that will just take your website to that next level. Not only is it quick and easy to use, it's also very affordable and, dare I say it, quite enjoyable. Whenever I've needed to make a website in the past, I've always used Squarespace. So be sure to check out squarespace.com/JimmyTheGiant and to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain, use the code JimmyTheGiant. Anyway, back to the video. Eric was another Swede who, whilst on a late-night deep internet browsing session, came across this hilarious piece of audio. But you see, what was interesting about Eric was that Eric was a 3D animator, and at this time, he was trying to build up his portfolio to send around to different companies and try and get a job.
I had this idea of creating a character that looked like he could make that sound. That's when I made what I call the annoying thing.
And on the 7th of October 2003, he would post this video to CG Talk Forum with the video titled The Annoying Thing. So he posts it to this forum and it's a big hit, a big success. It gets 12.4 thousand views, which back then, on a small little forum, is quite impressive.
The plan was actually to make this animation viral thing. If I'm lucky, it will go around and people will see it.
And that spread actually reached Daniel, the guy who made the sound, and he got a credit on the video. And look, it was all fun, but it wasn't gonna change their lives, and so Eric and Daniel went about continuing their normal life. That was until one day when Eric received a phone call.
I was starting to get contacted by companies who wanted to use the character for marketing. The first guy that contacted me, he was a really, really pushy guy. He was You realize, Eric, I have to sign this. Deal by tomorrow.
You see, this German geezer was from a company called Jamba, which would go on to be known as Jamster in different countries, and Jamba were a ringtone company.
Get the party started on your mobile. For just £3, choose up to 5 ringtones a week.
And they were the geniuses behind such culturally defining characters as Sweetie the Chick, Anna Baloo, Molly and Schnuffle.
You're so yummy and so... You are my sweet.
And look, it was a pretty good team. They had some good players, but they were yet to find their Michael Jordan. But now they had the annoying thing, and he was the chosen one. It wasn't easy to download custom sounds to your phone, so you could pay these companies and they would send you. You'd be in the back of a school bus and everyone's fucking ring ding ding and all that shit.
Everyone's like, you are a genius.
Yeah.
It used to be an art though, you'd go through, listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of, I could spare like 50p for that one.
So now it's mid-2004. Jamster had all the rights to the annoying thing, and they were ready to start a marketing campaign. A marketing campaign unlike anything the world had ever seen. Now picture this. It's 2004 and you look back at the TV and you notice something a little different. A strange grey bluish coloured animal making a fun noise with his mouth.
Ding 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 ding.
And then you look away, you go to the toilet and you come back and something strange happens again.
And show it to your friends as often as you like.
The same advert again and again and again and again and again and again. In 2004 you could not escape the annoying thing, who had now been rebranded to the Crazy Frog.
Get the Crazy Frog as video for your mobile and show it to your friends as often as you like by texting Crazy300. Or how about the video ringtone? You don't only hear the Crazy Frog, but you also see him as video on your mobile.
You see, Jamstar had paid $44.64 million on marketing. This was an insane budget, more than Volkswagen and B&Q, major brands. This unknown company had come along and pumped a ton of money to basically brainwash you into buying the Crazy Frog ringtone. Statistically, 87% of the population saw the Crazy Frog adverts on an average of 26 times. An estimated 10% of the population saw the advert more than 60 times. The intensity of this advertising was it was unprecedented. No one had ever played so many fucking adverts. And it turned out, according to The Guardian, that Jamster had bought 73,716 spots across TV channels in May alone. The Crazy Frog was now a superstar. All of this marketing was working. On top of the original ringtone, there was also the song called Axel F, which was the Beverly Hills Cop theme tune, Crazy Frogified.
Sort of making the ultimate hit by taking the most popular mobile phone tune and combine it with the most popular character for mobile phone and make a smash hit.